It's no secret the city of Colorado Springs has gone through some tough budget cuts over the past couple of years. Turns out some of those cuts have been impacting the enforcement of some laws. Fox 21's Allie Miles joins us now with more on this story. Allie?
Joe, budget cuts have affected everything from landscaping to cutting positions that could be crucial for enforcing laws. That includes handicap parking. But for those having to use the spots, it's not the budget cuts they're upset about. Like any group of friends at a bowling alley, you're going to see competition, a little rivalry,
I just had to get warmed up.
and a lot of strike and spare celebration.
We've tried to make this an annual event so that they can just come out and cut loose.
This group is from the Colorado Springs Independence Center. Their common bond? Traumatic brain injuries.
Well, I started off about 12 years ago, and I had a stroke, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life.
While this group of disabled people sometimes deal with their limitations, it's not their disabilities they're getting frustrated with. It's parking.
It was trying to understand the selfishness of people using those spaces and where they had no need to.
In Colorado Springs, handicap parking enforcement was part of a budget cut years ago, inevitably turning into a volunteer system.
The priority changes with our limited resources. We no longer will dispatch an officer to a parking complaint, even a handicap parking complaint, unless it's a safety hazard.
Those volunteers pass out $100 tickets, but with fewer volunteers, it's difficult to enforce the whole city.
But unfortunately, we have to prioritize and put our resources where they're being put to their best use.
The group thinks it's a problem easily solved by all civilians just lending a hand.
Sometimes I'll be with a friend and they'll try to pull into that spot and I'm like, don't you even. Because you're with me, I'm not going to let that happen.
Sparing a spot.
Whoa, look at you go.
For those who need it most. Now, if you would like to volunteer to enforce handicap parking, there is a certification course you can go through. Anyone interested can contact CSPD at 444-7000. Joe?
Thanks, Allie. Well, still to come tonight, see how some Colorado kids are battling